Hi, I'm Harrison and welcome to part one of my 3-part shelter building videos. For this one, I'm going to be making a low kit shelter. I'm going to use a tarp and a rope for a ridgeline. I'm going to use an Evenk hitch to a round turn and 2 half hitches. Over the course of these 3 videos, I'll use a range of different knots that can be applied to all of the shelters, but I'm going to choose different ones for each. Starting with my Evenk hitch, I'm going to pass my working end of my rope around the tree to create my anchor point. I'm going to take my open hand with my fingertips on top of my working end. I'm going to fold it under and back on itself and then grab this section here on the bite, so I'm still keeping hold of that end. Once I've got enough of a loop, I can then tighten that up and I'm going to slide it all the way into my anchor point. That there creates the Evenk hitch that's also a quick release. I can do it from the other side. Fingers over, grab and pull that bite through, still keeping hold of my working end. I slide it up to my fixed point and I'm working for this low kit shelter at about my stomach's height. Having threaded my ridgeline into the center line of my tarp, I'm going to take it all and bunch it over towards my original starting anchor point so that I've got minimal weight in that ridgeline to go over and tie my second knot. Coming over to this end, I'm going to do my full pass around, pulling on as much tension as I can for that round turn and 2 half hitches. So a full pass around and then making sure I've got lots of tension in that ridgeline. Come over the top, up through the gap, that's 1 and 2 half hitches. Having tied my taut ridgeline, I can now pull my tarp across and separate out the sides before I tie down the corners. For taking down the 4 corners of my tarp, I've got these natural tent pegs that I've made just by a bit of whittling. I'll be going into more detail in a different video of how I've made those. I'm going to hammer one of my 4 tent pegs in, angled away from my tarp. I'm going to be tying a rolling hitch with my line here on the corner, running it around the notch that I've made in that tent peg. I'm going to start with a half hitch and I'm then going to pass it up through that again. I'm then going to come below and tie 1 more half hitch. What that does is it creates a kink in the main line which acts like a bite. I can then slide that rolling hitch up to create tension. So there we have it, a nice low kit shelter running on a single ridge line with 4 tent pegs between 2 trees.